Hello there and welcome to a little tutorial video on the multi-time frame opening range indicator. This is a opening range indicator that has a separate 1-minute bar series running in the background, making sure that you have the correct opening range no matter what type of primary bar you're using. So for tick, range, and volume charts, that's important because those bars might close after the opening range period that you intend to display. And so I'll just show some of the main features of this indicator here and explain a little bit how to use it. So what we have here is opening range period of 15 minutes here displaying on the NASDAQ in a 5-minute chart. And we have a red area here as well. That is the 1-minute opening range or the price action that occurs in the first minute. We have the regular open displaying here. We also have the pre-session range in the gray here. So if you go a little bit further back, we see that the pre-session started off all the way down here, and then in the Asian and European session, moving upward steadily, and then the regular open here just below the pre-session high. That level being tested here, and then once this opening range bar completed, we see a continuing move to the upside. So what I'll do first here is perhaps just have a look at how to display the opening range. And so we have a look at the indicator dialog box here. You see here it has the regular hours as the opening range session. You can also set it to extended trading hours. That will then be the opening of the pre-session. So if we apply that, you see here that now we simply have the open of the pre-session. And so in order to display the cash open or the regular open, you need to set it here. The regular trading hours, moreover, are defined to the very bottom here. We have show trading hours activated. And so for the CME equity index futures, we have the NQ, and all of the major exchanges and futures contracts are implemented in this indicator to make sure that you always have the correct open and close times and the different session times added to this, so you don't have to worry about session templates as long as you use the instrument default settings. So that's the session templates that you should use. Use instrument settings, and then you will have the correct open and close times of the session, which is of course important if we're talking about the opening range. We'll have a look here now at the custom hours. This is something that I use, for example, for the euros. Again, I just always use exchange time because I use this instrument default setting template from the data series. And if you choose a custom hours, you will have to specify the opening time. So for the custom hours that I usually use for the euro is the end of the Asian session. And so I choose here a 4-hour window. Of course, if you're looking at the crude, for example, that will be different because that's based in New York. The E-mini futures and the euro are based on CME time in Chicago. So move that back or forwards depending on the instrument that you're trading. Then I don't need to have the pre-session for that type of setup. So I turn those off. Let's see how this looks. And so here we have the opening range period starting at the end of the session, Asian session, and moving into the open of the European session. And so this is also a interesting a breakout scenario to pay attention to. And as you see, these extension bands work quite well for target definition. But we can move back here to the regular trading hours and talk a little bit more about that. Then you need to reset this to 15 minutes. And I wanted to show you the range band extensions. As you see now, we have the opening range as a basis for that. You can do so. Here we have the extension bands of the 15-minute opening range, and you can also change this to the pre-session range. So if we activate that again, we'll see where that comes from. And so we had a pretty big pre-session range here, but these extension levels also work quite well as target definition. So we see the 50% extension level being hit here. You can also choose to eliminate some of these extension bands if you don't want to see all of them. For example, we can eliminate the 50% and the 300 and say we just want to show the 100 and the 200. And then you have those levels displaying like this. If you want more than the 4 levels that are available here, you can just add a second instance of the opening range indicator and then add the additional levels here. All right, so I think that is it for the tutorial that I had for today. Hope this has been of value to you. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out info@lizardindicators.com. Otherwise, drop me a line at the contact form at lizardindicators.com. Looking forward to hear from you sometime soon. In the meantime, take care and bye-bye.